Hello everyone, I hope you are fine and healthy. In this video, I am going to explain about the narration, which is also known as direct speech and indirect speech.
Narration is also known as reported speech. We have to change the following things while we are making the narration. Change of tense, change of person, change of time adverbials, change of tense. Simple present tense will change into simple past tense. V1 or V5 will change into V2 for e.g. go. Goes will change into went. Present continuous tense will change into past continuous tense.
Am.
Is are plus V4 will change into was were plus V4. For e.g. is going will change into was going. Present perfect tense will change into past perfect tense. Have has plus V3 will change into had plus V3. For e.g. have has plus gone will change into had gone. Present perfect continuous tense will change into past perfect continuous tense. Have been has been plus V4 will change into had been plus V4. For e.g. has been going will change into had been going. Simple past tense will change into past perfect tense. V2 will change into had plus V3. For e.g. went will change into had gone. Past continuous tense will change into past perfect continuous tense.
Was. Were.
Plus V4 will change into had been plus V4. For e.g. was going will change into had been going. Was, were plus NP will change into had been plus NP. Shall, will plus V1 will change into should, would plus V1. May, can plus V1 will change into might, could plus V1. Has to, have to will change into had to plus V1. Had to plus V1 will change into had to plus V1. Shall have will change into should have. Will have will change into would have. Don't, doesn't plus V1 will change into didn't plus V1. Didn't plus V1 will change into hadn't plus V3. Must will change into had to, for e.g. must wear will change into had to wear. Must, duty, law, truth, no change. For e.g. must obey will be must obey. Would, could, might, ought plus V1 no change for e.g. should buy. Will be should buy. Change of time adverbials. This morning, afternoon, evening, night will change into that morning, afternoon, evening, night. The days after tomorrow will change into in 2 days. Next week, month, year will change into the following week, month, year. Now will change into
Then.
today will change into
That day.
tonight will change into that night. This week will change into that week. Tomorrow will change into the following day, the next day, the day after. Next week will change into the following week, the next week, the week after. Yesterday will change into the previous day, the day before. Ago will change into before. Last Saturday will change into the previous Saturday, the Saturday before. Next Saturday will change into the following Saturday, the next Saturday. The day before yesterday will change into 2 days before. Last year, last month, last week will change into the year, month, week before. Last week, month, year will change into the previous week, month, year. 3 days, weeks, months, years ago will change into 3 days, weeks, months, years before. Change in person or pronoun. Subject pronouns. Object pronouns. Possessive adjectives. Possessive pronouns. Reflexive pronouns. I, me, my, mine, myself. You, your, yours, yourself. He, him, his, himself. She, her, hers, herself. It's itself. We, us, ours, ourselves. You, your, yours, yourselves. They, them, theirs, themselves. What is assertive sentence? The sentence which normally shows yes or
No.
is called assertive sentence. For e.g., Ram goes to school. Hari has not eaten rice. How to make the reported speech of assertive sentence. There are 2 things in reported speech. They are as follows. 1. Reported speech and 2. Reporting verb. She said to them, your progress is not satisfactory. In this sentence, she said to them is known as reporting verb and the sentence your progress is not satisfactory is known as reported speech. First person singular is known as I and first person plural is known as
we,
second person singular and plural is known as
you,
third person singular is known as he, she.
it,
Ram Hari Sita or the single name of anybody. Third person plural is known as they. First person of reported speech will change according to the subject of
reporting verb.
for e.g., he said to me, is known as reporting verb, and in this sentence, he is known as subject, and me is known as object, and I will give you my book is known as reported speech. So, in the reported speech,
I,
is known as first person, so first person I will change with
he,
which is the subject of reporting verb, and you will change according to the object of reporting verb, which is
me,
again my comes under the first person, which is written in the reported speech.
my,
Will change according to the subject of reporting verb, which is
he. So, the reported speech is
he told me
that
he would give me his book. Second person of reported speech will change according to the object of reporting verb.
in,
Assertive sentence said will change into told, and for the inverted comma we should use that. After making indirect speech we should use full stop in the last of the sentence. For e.g., Ria said to me, you are a good student. In the sentence you are a good student is known as reported speech.
so, you,
Will change according to the object of reporting verb, which is
me,
and the indirect speech.
is,
Ria told me that I was a good student. How to make indirect speech of WH question and interrogative sentence? There are two types of sentences. They are as follows. 1. WH question and 2. Yes and O question. The sentence which begins with WH word is known as WH question. For e.g., who, which, where, what, whom, when, how, whose, how many, how much, why, etc. While we are making the indirect speech of WH question then, said, will change into asked, and for the inverted comma, we should use the same WH word which has already been used in the sentence. For e.g., he said to me, what is your name? The indirect speech is, he asked me what my name was. She said to me, where are you going now? The indirect speech is, she asked me where I was going then. How to make the indirect speech of yes, no question? What do you mean by yes, no question? A question whose predicted answer is one of the two choices, one which provides an affirmative answer to the question versus one which provides a negative answer to the question is known as yes, no question. There are two types of yes, no question. They are as follows. Positive yes, no question. For example, will you be here tomorrow? Negative yes, no question. For example, won't you be here tomorrow?
while,
We are making indirect speech of yes, no question then. Said will change into asked, and we should use
if or
whether for the inverted comma. For e.g., Rohan said to me, did you have a problem yesterday? The indirect speech is Rohan asked me if I had had a problem the previous day. He said to her, can't you give me your pen? The indirect speech is he asked her if she could not give him her pen. How to make indirect speech of imperative sentence?
what do you mean by
Imperative sentence? The sentence which provides command, order, suggestion, request, advice, or give instructions that is known as imperative sentence. There are three kinds of imperative sentences. They are as follows. 1. Affirmative imperative sentences. 2. Negative imperative sentences. 3. Requesting imperative sentences. While we are making the indirect speech of affirmative imperative sentences then, said will change into told, and for the inverted comma, we should use to. For e.g., Ram said to me, show me your homework. The indirect speech
is
Ram told me to show him my homework.
while,
We are making the indirect speech of negative imperative sentence then, said will change into told, And for the inverted comma, we should use not to. For e.g., Hari said to me, "Don't make noise in the class." The indirect speech is Hari told me not to make noise in the class. How to make indirect speech of requesting imperative sentences.
while,
We are making the indirect speech of requesting imperative sentences then. Said will change into requested or asked. And for the inverted comma, we should use
to,
after using to for the inverted comma, we should remove please or kindly, which has been written in the sentence. For e.g., he said to her, "Please help me." The indirect speech
is,
he requested her to help him. Hari said to me, "Please give me your science book." The indirect speech
is,
Hari asked me to give him my book. The indirect speech of optative sentence. What is an optative sentence? The sentence which expresses wish, prayer, desire, mood, choice, preference. Good luck for someone is known as optative sentence. For e.g., happy journey. May you be blessed with a good job. Wish you a wonderful day. Happy birthday. All the best. Best wishes. Good luck. May God bless you. Get well soon. Wish you a happy married life, etc.
while,
We are making the indirect speech of an optative sentence then. Said will change into wished, prayed, blessed, cursed, bade, etc. For e.g., Mother said to me, "May you live long." Mother blessed me that I might live long.
some more examples of
Optative sentence. Direct speech. I said to him, "May you be happy." Indirect speech. I wished that he might be happy. Direct speech. Father said to me, "May God bless you." Indirect speech. Father prayed that God might bless me. Direct speech. She said, "May his soul rest in peace." Indirect speech. She prayed that his soul might rest in peace. Direct speech. The boy said, "Oh, had I the wings of a dove." Indirect speech. The boy wished that he could have the wings of a dove. Direct speech. The hermit said, "May peace prevail." Indirect speech. The hermit hoped that peace would prevail. What is an exclamatory sentence? The sentence which expresses sudden pain, surprise, anger, excitement, happiness, sorrow, wonder, or other emotion is called an exclamatory sentence. For e.g., what a goal that was. How wonderful she is. What big eyes you have. What a beautiful day it is. While we are making the indirect speech of exclamatory sentence then. Said will change into exclaimed plus with joy, exclaimed plus with happiness, exclaimed plus with surprise, exclaimed plus with sorrow, etc. According to the nature of sentences, we should use that for the inverted comma, and we should use full stop in the last of the sentence. Some more examples of exclamatory sentences. Direct speech. The players said, "Hurrah, we have won the match." Indirect speech. The players exclaimed with joy or exclaimed joyfully that they had won the
match.
direct speech.
Teachers said to
Student, what an idea you have presented. Indirect speech. Teacher exclaimed with wonder to student that he had presented a great idea. Direct speech.
good,
Heavens, we have reached the station, said the boys. Indirect speech. The boys exclaimed with delight that they had reached the station. Direct speech. The visitor said, "Wow, what a beautiful day." Indirect speech. The visitor exclaimed with joy that it was a beautiful day. Direct speech. The teacher said, "Thank you, my boys." Indirect speech. The teacher thanked the boys. Direct speech. He said, "Goodbye, my friends." Indirect speech. He bade goodbye to his friends. Direct speech. Bless his kind heart, they cried. Indirect speech. They blessed him for his kind heart. First person will change according to the subject. Second person will change according to the object. Third person will no change. If the sentences express universal truth or general truth, then we should not change the tense. For e.g., direct speech. Ram said, "Honesty is the best policy." This sentence talks about the general truth, so we should not change the tense. Indirect speech. Ram said that honesty is the best policy. No change. Direct speech. He said, "The sun rises in the
east."
This is universal truth because the sun always rises in the east. The sun never rises from the north, west, or
south.
So, we should not change the tense. Indirect speech. He said that the sun rises in the east. No change. If the reporting verb is in the present tense or in the future tense, we should not change the tense. For e.g.,
direct speech.
He says to me, "I will come to meet you," here.
Says
Will change into tells, and we should change the person as well as time adverbials. If there is given in the sentence, but we should not change the tense. Indirect speech. He tells me that he will come to meet me. No change.
Please like, comment and subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching my video.